I can't look back, it's too late now. My days are hours and I don't know how, but I believe the great is still yet to come. I won't stop fighting, man, until I'm done.
Good morning and welcome to the 70th Breakfast Ball. Can't believe it's 70, but it's a good feeling. I am your host, Bob Cardia, and welcome to the show. It is a gray morning here in southern New Jersey, but you know what? It's going to be warm, so I'm happy about that. It's just funny. The day after our conference championship for Rutgers, the weather has gotten beautiful for like 5 days in a row. So I don't know if Mother Nature was trying to tell us something or not, but it's going to be another 80-something degree day today on the first week of May. Anyway, today's episode is called I'll Take My Chances. And interesting because I got to experience something different. I finally did it. You know, a lot of you guys, you've heard me talk now for a while about, you know, putting yourself out there, doing something new. This past week, after probably a couple years of saying I'm going to do it, I did an open mic night. I took my guitar, and I went out in front of, 40 people maybe, something like that, and I did open mic night. It was fascinating because I've never done anything like that before, and I now was renewed with the sensation that my golf students have, and that's when you're standing in front of people with no net. I've sat in my room, in my house or in my family room or my back porch with a cigar or whatnot, and I've written some songs and I've played them, and when I'm by myself doing it, it's really relaxed and I don't miss a chord, and the tempo and the rhythm. I think to myself, hey, this isn't half bad. And then you go in front of people. I'll tell you, over the course of several songs, I missed a few chords here and there, and I didn't have the rhythm or the tempo that I wanted to on at least one of the songs. But at the end of the day, oh my goodness, how much better did I feel? You know, I said I was going to do something, and I went out and I did it. And there's a song, I'll Take My Chances. It's a Mary Chapin Carpenter song, and multiple times in my life where I put that song on, there's a lyric in there. Some people say you shouldn't tempt fate, and for those I don't disagree, but I've never learned something by playing it safe. I say fate should not tempt me, and I try to live that. I do. When I get a chance, I'll take my chances, and listening to speakers like Steve Harvey or any of my favorites actually, when I talk about at some point you have to jump. I have a friend of mine that I talk to from time to time, and they always talk about being stuck, and I always put forward suggestions to help them, and it never seems to get done, and not because they don't want it to get done, and not because they don't have a genuine desire for better, but I if you had to ask me, they live in fear of making a mistake, and playing it safe is great, but you know what? If you get to the end of your life, and you can say that you never took a risk, or you never did that one thing that you really wanted to do, then what was the point of living to begin with? I mean, it's roll the dice. That we've mentioned the analogy or on the show before, but they did a study of people, throughout life, and they said, what's your single one greatest regret? And there was no commonality to it, but when you back into it, the single greatest regret is what you didn't do. So I'm plugging forward. a very good friend of mine, lead singer of Ghost Town Rodeo, a band down in Maryland. We're going in the studio and we're doing another one of my songs. I guess in about a month or so. So, yeah, I mean, my goal is ultimately to have an album of songs that I did, and not because I think that I am an outstanding musician. I have a long way to go on any journey like that, but it's something that I wanted to do, and I'm not going to let the fear of failure hold me back. And if I do fail, who cares, right? Most people, are when you fail, or don't care, or they're glad it's you. So, I guess my point is, golf, life, in my case, this music thing right now. Take your chances. Don't get to the end of this whole ride and say, I wish I did this, I wish I did that. Now, I'm not saying be foolish. I have another person who I work with. I don't want you to do dumb things like, I'm going to say, hey, I'm going to spend all my money on lottery tickets tomorrow and then wake up destitute in the street. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if you have a genuine passion, a genuine something that you really want to do, then don't let anyone stop you doing it. Anyway, that's the message of today. I'll take my chances. If you like what we're doing and you get anything at all out of this podcast, remember, when you're rich and famous, we get 10%. Also, there's some merch on our website if anybody's interested. I know a couple people have bought things here and there. Breakfast Ball or South Jersey Golf School, whatever you'd like to buy, we'd love to have you. And again, if you put in the bottom section, I love the Breakfast Ball, you are eligible for a Starbucks gift card. I know one of my good friends who I haven't heard from in about a month or so, she reached out, and I love the Breakfast Ball. She's a wonderful human being. She was actually my mother's nurse. So thank you to Yvette for reaching out, for sure. Anyway, that is it for this. Oh, I forgot, by the way, my New York Knicks, right, beat the Detroit Pistons. So it's a little known fact, Jalen Brunson lived in our town for a little while back in the day, and I actually coached him when he was at the YMCA in basketball, and then in our basketball league. So I always say, when you're rich and famous, I get 10%. I somehow don't think Jalen's going to come in there with he was only maybe 10 to 12 years old, but go Knicks. Have a great day, folks. As always, thanks for watching the Breakfast Ball, and take your chances.
Glass of bourbon, my bourbon, my bourbon, Alcohol. There's no great story ever started with, I'll have a salad.